As I've kind of grown up a little bit, and as I've actually honestly studied this in Scripture, I'm convinced that God has created you, and that God, with you in mind, has created someone else. And when He created them, He had you in mind, and He had them in mind for you. And if you begin to serve Him and you line your life up with His plan, part of His plan is to bring, for God, to bring this person that He created specifically, specially for you, to you at the right time. It's what He did with Adam. He brought the specific person He created even out of him back to him to complete him. God has a specific person for you. He really does. And I don't know, you can have your opinion on that. I've settled my opinion on it. I really do believe that God has one person for you. God's way to romantic relationships is the best way. It is the original way. That's the way we want. I put that picture of Drew and Kristen because it's so funny. They were made for each other. Right? You ever hear people say, like, oh my God, those two are so made for each other. And sometimes it's like, maybe, you know, if you get like a hammer and you bash them together, you know. But when you look at these people and you ever hear them talk, it's hilarious how made for each other they have always been. And I think it's such a good example. But have you heard that? Oh, they were made for each other. You think that just comes out? Do we really believe it or not? No, I believe that God really did make someone for them. And when they come together and begin to live their life together, you'll see even more and more. They begin to look like each other after a while. They start dressing in coordinated American flag clothing. So God created a woman and He brought her to the man. The problem is, we try to bring the one, right? The one to ourselves, and we don't allow God to do it. That's the problem. The problem is, we try to bring the one to ourselves way quicker than God. Say, okay, so you look around, nobody. Okay, I'm going to go after one then. I'm going to go in this direction. But if only you knew, no, God's bringing someone right around the corner. You just should have waited a little bit. And it's not just anybody. It is the perfect, it is the best, it is the specifically designed person for you, for all of your life, to be together by God's design. But instead we say, she's not around, okay, you know, and we mess it up. And then the thing is, we say, like girls, like, oh, how come it's always jerks? All the jerks want to date me. How come I just can't find a nice man? And it's like, because you're trying to do it yourself. And we see your choices are jerks. Right? And then the problem with youth is, then they justify it by God. When they've been dating for 3 weeks, they say, we're so in love. I remember I was at the altar. I was right here, and I saw him walk in, and I thought, I'm gonna marry you. And then when we try to say, oh, we're the dumb leaders, right? Okay. Well, if it doesn't work out, make sure you keep your purity. No, you don't know him like I know him. Like, all right. And then when they break up, 3.5 weeks later, right? 3 days later, you get the text, we broke up! And all the friends are commenting, you can do better. Forget him. He doesn't deserve you. When all that happens, then the girl goes, God, where are you? Is my girl impression God a girly, or is it kind of sits up as good? And then the girl blames God. So first they justify it by God, and then they throw down the God card, and that's it. No leader can say, if it was God, I don't dare say anything against it. But then God seems to have changed his mind in 3 hours. And the Facebook is literally like, single, it's complicated, not single, kind of, you know, other, what? And then we blame God. God, where are you? No, listen, God says, I'm right here, working on the person that I have for you, get back into my plan, and I might actually be able to bring them to you.